Wow, we turned this into a big nothing burger. Donald Trump acquitted. Let's roll it. President Trump acquitted on both impeachment charges, avoids removal. The Senate acquitted President Trump for his dealings with Ukraine on Wednesday, culminating months of bitter partisan clashes over accusations he tried to cheat in the 2020 election by pressuring the U.S. ally to investigate political rival former Vice President Joe Biden. The Republican-led Senate voted to acquit Trump on two articles of impeachment: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Senator Mitt Romney, Republican Utah, was the only senator to cross party lines by voting to convict for abuse of power. Here's how the day and events played out. Protest gathers outside Capitol following acquittal vote. A group of about 200 protesters organized by progressive groups like Common Cause, Indivisible, Greenpeace, and the Women's March gathered outside the Capitol following the Senate's vote to acquit Trump. Protesters shouted, "Moscow Mitch, shame, and November is too late," as they rallied against Trump. Kim Scheinman, a 59-year-old candy company owner from Maryland, said she joined the protest because she could not sit at home with this going on. "The trial was a sham," she said, "and the acquittal was awful." Sarah Anzalone from New York, 21, told USA Today she met the group at the Women's March. "I think that getting a foreign power to interfere with our country is just completely against the Constitution and completely out of his power," Anzalone said. "And I really think that he should be held responsible, and it really kind of makes me pissed off that he could have been held accountable today. So I'm coming out here to show my support for other people who are agreeing with me and agree that he should have been removed from office." That's what it should have said. Typo, Yahoo News, get your stuff together. Representative Ayanna Pressley, Democrat, Massachusetts, addressed the crowd to cheers and shouts of "fascist" when she said Trump's name. "Trump has been committing crimes and cover-ups in broad daylight," she said. "I will focus my ire on Senate Republicans. Shame on you, Mitch McConnell. We will not forget this betrayal. Boo-hoo, boo fucking hoo." Like I said to people I spoke to every day on this issue, I knew that Donald Trump was going to walk from this. I didn't think for 1 second that they were going to get in there and vote to impeach him. Not at all. This is ridiculous. We spend weeks of boring ass litigation and people reading from prompters and reading from documents on and on and on, dragging out what they thought should happen and making their statements drawn out, putting us all to sleep in this country. I mean, if I wanted to go to sleep, all I do is go watch the impeachment trial, and a few minutes after hearing one of these empty suits talking, I was knocked out. I didn't need NyQuil or pills or anything. Just listening to the impeachment put me to sleep. For those of us who hate Trump, I mean, I'm not one of them, but for people who dislike Trump and wish he would go and believe that he's a crook and all these terrible things, guess what, people? We're going to have 4 more years of him. 4 more years of Donald J. Trump. The Democratic Party is in shambles. You think the country's going to vote for a Bernie Sanders? A socialist Bernie Sanders? I don't think so. I took one look at him and read some of his legislation, and there's no way I would vote for him. I'm saying it personally, I wouldn't. Elizabeth Warren? Hell no. And then there's old Joe, Gaffmaster Joe Biden, the guy that can't keep his hands to himself, the one that likes, he's touchy-feely, he don't discriminate either. Well, I mean, cry me a river, because Donald J. Trump is here to stay, and I think we're going to have him for 4 more years, so be prepared for this. Well, you guys, that's all I have to say about this. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is Enigma. You have been enigmified, and the I will see you in the next one. Peace.